My lord, I offered you the sweetest of dreams and safeguarded your legacy when you departed. I have entrusted Fisalias' true faith to one most deserving, and the Threnodians' deceptions in the inverted tower have been laid bare. No more whispers shall haunt us. Our children are freed from the cruel burdens of those trials. Now, you too shall find release from the Threnodians' whispers. Nothing escapes your eyes, does it?
We're here, alive and well. In that hellish duel, Cantarella shielded us with illusions. It all started with a false hope. An elixir to grant any wish was said to be here. We dived into darkness, choked down fear. Nothing's here but the deep and ourselves. The elixir was our blood and tears. Yet the bane gave us sweet dreams. At last, through the shadows, we reached the end. Once Cantarella took charge of the family, she shielded us, keeping us safe in the castle's depths. The Order's members were always prying, eager to find out the truth. I knew if we went out recklessly, we'd only invite danger. Though, I really miss my home, more than I can say. Fortunately, Cantarella holds the Night of Remembrance every year. With our masks, we can slip away, even just for a while, back to our village. It's always a great comfort to see Jojo living happily and in good health.
My dear, from this night forward, you're free to be with your families. The lady here has solved the riddles. Together, she and I will craft the elixir of revival. Since the Threnodians' lies were unraveled, the frequencies and situations on the outside have shifted. Thanks to you, the Order is now entangled in its own troubles, too distracted to reach into the Fisalias. Most deeply affected by the Threnodians' whispers was the castle, where the former head was trapped, where innocent girls were lost to the trials. As the Threnodian fell, all these frequencies broke out at once. The long-standing fear, pain, resentment, and repression, all that the whispers had suppressed, burst free, becoming a new cage. The shackles of one's spirit were heavier than those from the outside. Yet thanks to you, we shattered those shackles together. I knew then the time had come for the girls to finally go home. I never meant to draw you into this. I was planning to shoulder it all alone. That's why, for this year's Night of Remembrance, I took part myself. And as host, I chose Ghost Girls as the theme. My plan was to break through the sea of ghosts, claim that I've solved the riddles and won the elixir of revival, and then use it to send the girls home when the Dance of the Dead begins at midnight. Your arrival, seemingly by chance, was perhaps destined. The letter wasn't my doing, but I think I know who brought you to my side. She had no intention of hurting you with the abnormal frequencies, but she had been in the Twisted Sonoro for too long. Long enough that she was nearly one with its frequencies. When I saw that letter and sensed something unusual about you, I realized you could no longer stay out of this matter. With a special constitution, you were affected by the frequencies overflowing from the Sea of Ghosts. Looking back, my arrogance blinded me. Forgive me for showing you this weak side of myself. The currents here run deep, and the tangled seaweed is thick. Even I can easily become ensnared. But you helped me untangle these knots and weathered the torrents by my side. Thanks to you, the elixir was much easier to make. That's why I said a skilled brewer is far more important than the ingredients or the process. Please accept my heartfelt gratitude. Thank you for being here and for staying by my side.
Cantarella, you don't have to bear it all alone anymore. You've got someone you can truly count on now.
You're right. I have one last favor to ask. Could you take the elixir and see the girls home on my behalf? The Fisalia doesn't enjoy a good reputation, and some villagers would resist my presence. At this point, causing any complication is the last thing I want. You, however, as the laureate who exposed the lies and turned the impossible into the possible, will carry a weight they can't ignore. If you're the one to handle this, the people will be convinced. Besides, even if the Order intends to look into this miraculous revival later, your status and capabilities will hold them back. But putting all that aside, it's with your effort that this elixir was possible. I can think of no one more fitting for this task. Names are like sea foam that easily fades away. It hardly matters to me. Besides, it may not be a bad thing for people to stay wary of the Fisalias. After all, we're a large family with deep-rooted issues. Change takes time. Girls, gather your things. It's time to go home.
Thank you, Cantarella, for everything you've done for us for all these years. Now that we're leaving, you'll be left alone here. You should never have had to bear such a heavy burden. I still remember what you told me back then, during the trials. You said you wanted to leave this place behind, go somewhere far away where no one knew you, and live freely. But now, you're staying in this cold castle, bearing it all alone.
As long as I am the head of Fisalia, what happened here remains buried. No more trials, No more innocent lives caught in this web. My freedom for theirs. A fair exchange, wouldn't you say? It's time to leave, my dear.